Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim, Chakodash. That belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there. You Akim to the Dakim, that do the singing the utmost truth and sincerity. Alright, I'm the priest Shaman. This week's topic is going to be entitled The Sole Duty of Man, right? Which is found where? The meaning of life, the reason why we exist as man on earth, is found in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter and the 13th verse. I hope this camera doesn't fall. Alright, let me see how it looks when I'm driving. Which tells us that King Solomon, who had all a man could desire, everything a man could desire, fame, money, riches, at least on a fleshly level, and even all a man could desire on a spiritual level, King Solomon had it. And he said, look, here's the conclusion. Here's what I've come to realizing, having all these things and having all these blessings, is that, the sole duty of man is pretty much to fear the Most High and keep His commandments, right? And that's the reason why we're brought here. And that should be our first mission in life. Now, notice recently, brothers have been busy, brothers have been occupied, and the Most High, there's ups and downs in this truth. A lot of brothers right now, things are going better, for the better, while we're struggling, right? Meaning we've had worse in the past, but things are going a bit better. And with that said, you can't lose sight of the prize, right? Because remember, Yahushua spoke about, I being single, all right? And having a single focus really, will make you pretty much, whatever you set your eyes upon, whatever you consume with, whatever takes up a majority of the time, that's what's on your brain. There was a famous quote from this, I forgot his name, man, but he deals with like quotes and inspirations and stuff. He pretty much said, we are what we think about. We are what we think about. Whatever you put your time and investment in, whatever you believe in the most, that's what you become. That's what you reflect. If you are a man that devotes yourself to the scriptures and stay in tune with the prophecies, that's what you're going to be about. The book of Corinthians tells us that. It says, in the book of Corinthians, speaks about a man who sows sparingly shall reap sparingly, and those who reap bountifully shall, be rewarded bountifully. So the more you put in, the more time you invest in this truth, the more your eye is singular in the truth, the more Yahweh shall reward a man, right? You can link that up with scriptures that says the righteous study to give answer. As of recent, we've been doing the post-camp lessons, and we've been going back into these different chapters and breakdowns, all right? And if you notice, a lot of brothers, it's not that, well, I want to use the right phrase, we don't in the moment know the answer sometimes to some of these breakdowns. When I say in the moment is, we went over it in the past, but our memory is sort of fogged, right? Because, hey man, it's a lot to keep going over constantly. The apostles have mastered this, which is a blessing in itself, man, to be able to remember all these scriptures from history to break down some prophecies. And it's a lot to remember, but guess what? From doing it through countless repetition, they've mastered that through the Spirit. And look, if there's something that the apostles haven't come across in a while and they might have forgot, our apostles aren't proud. Like, let me go back and look back into that, or I might have said this now, but I stand corrected. There's nothing wrong with that, but the point being is, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the investment has shown, right? The time invested, the videos, the constant just uploads. It showed that, look, man, our leaders, our apostles and elders, okay, are living the scriptures. They're living, breathing examples of our scriptures. The elders, the apostles, and all the other elder brothers out there, man. You know what I mean? So you'd be surprised a lot of times, you out there, you battling demons, and and that's why it's good to be in twos. Two is better than one, as it says in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter. You might forget something, but guess what? The man next to you, that's fresh in his mind, all right? So that's why it's really good to, work in tandem, all right, with studious brothers. And that's why the apostles try to do. They try to keep us studious, try to keep us on our toes, make sure that we're doing our 3 videos, and because, again, doing these videos is like exercising, right? In a spiritual sense, keeping your spiritual body fit, because the scriptures in Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter, tells us through much slothfulness and idleness the house decayeth and falleth through. The house represents us. The word body goes back to the word bodeg, which means house, which is it's a dwelling for your spirit. So this body of yours, it could decay in a spiritual sense, meaning you haven't gone out, you haven't been diligent. You know, we had a guy that, you know, he was once amongst us. You know, he's out of there. He had the opportunity to come back, but he didn't. And now, guess what he's saying? I don't believe you have to go out there and teach anymore. So you seeing that what it's like, right? When you stop, it starts to compound. You know, a lot of guys they don't remain consistent, all right, and then it shows. You know, it shows that, you know what, this person they wasn't doing those shows, and eventually they fall out. So the two works in tandem. You know what I mean? Because then your mind get consumed in other things. Okay, and the time that we in, it's man, we are in them days, man. You know, we got 2024 coming around the corner, new president, all right, or maybe the same, who knows? But shit is gonna kick. You know, you got the situation with Trump. You got them trying to bring back that thing again, all right. That thing in 2020, they're trying to remix it back, and that's gonna start wars and uproars, because people are saying, wait a minute, what the fuck are you? All that thing from that first wave was all BS. But the government is going to see what they can get away with, and there's going to come a point where it's going to be, look, fuck trying to do this thing subtly, we're just going to force it on you people. So all the things that we've been saying, some of the apostles and elders, you jakes are going to realize firsthand who the Lord is really dealing with. Book of Hosea, the 5th chapter, the 15th verse says, in their affliction they shall seek the Lord early. All right, how are they going to seek the Most High? By trying to find the prophets, trying to find the ones that are, you know, going into breakdowns, you know, going into letting you know what the mark of the beast is, going into who our enemy is, going into all this. Those are the ones, the apostles, the elders, and certain other individuals, all right, that are just teaching the truth, all right, the correct way. People are going to go be seeking answers for, okay? But look, the gates of mercy are closing. The gates of mercy are closing. This is why it's very imperative, like this, the title of the lesson says, doing the duty, the sole duty of man. All right, teaching. All right, teaching. Going. I'm on my way to camp now. Teaching, being consistent, week in, week out. No fucking call outs, no bullshit. I mean, look, don't take it to the extreme to where, you know, at some point you're now a liability out there. But I'm saying, if you're willing and able to be out there, okay, you got to go out there. No excuses. No fucking excuses, all right? All right? If you work on Saturdays, just making sure it's not consistently working on Saturdays, all right? So going out there, teaching the word of the Lord, you know, it's like we're beating a dead horse, but it's very important, man, all right? It's very important, okay? We have to keep stressing that. We have to go out there and teach the word of the Lord. You can't just be behind the screens and, you know, all your videos, you're not even, your face is not being shown. You got to show your face, man. Okay? Guys be trying to weasel around things, man. Weasel around trying to go out there and teach. Weasel around putting out your face down on the internet. I'm scared this person might ski me. What if this? Or what if that? That's that doubt demon, man. You have to have faith and confidence. The word confidence, fidel, faith, with faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. The Lord shall take care of everything. He always does, man. You know, the Lord has never forsaken anyone that believes in him, point blank period, and the Most High is not a liar. All right, so the cares of this world, don't let that hinder you. All right, even if when you're up and up in the world, don't let that hinder you and stopping you from doing the sole duty of why we were put on earth. Everything else is just vanity. Everything else is truly vanity. Think about it. You know, everything else you seek for, your fleshly desire of this world, is truly vanity. Because at the end of the day, this shit is going to be blown to smithereens, man. You know? The only way out of America after this World War III coming destruction, and Yahushua blasting this place with nuclear fire, is to be delivered up on that chariot, all right? And for you to be delivered up, you have to be of the Lord's elect. So that is out of our control. What we're going to do, what the scriptures say, Abarat is our prayer, how about Shem Yahushua put the spirit on us, do the things that is required of the elect, all right? Which is given diligence to make our call and election sure. That giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rachakadosh, that belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopefully elect out there, you Akim, to Sadakim, that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Shalom.